back to the channel. My name is Roga, and today we are back with another video on 20 Minutes Till Dawn. I hope you're having a spectacular day, as it is officially the 1st of December, the last month of 2024, and we're going to try and wrap this year up in a strong way. So, what are we doing today? I think we're going to be playing Raven with a grenade launcher. Something fairly simple. Grenade launcher does a lot of damage. Raven has a crow that does curse damage, which scales with bullet damage. You can maybe see where this is going. Now, for runes, we're going to be looking at Alacrity, Aftershock, Glass Cannon, Ethereal. This is going to help us get a lot of damage and sort of, DPS output. And for our shield runes, we're going to be doing Courage, Agility, Blessing, and Growth. So just help us keep the enemies away, reduce the amount of self-damage that ends up being inflicted to ourselves, and also just a little bit of healing for every level. So just in case we do take some hits, we do have some healing built into our kit. And we're just going to go ahead and play this on the temple. It's going to be interesting. The temple is sort of close quarters map, so we have to be a little bit careful about what we're doing, where we're doing it at. Hence, the grenade launcher is sort of making this easy but difficult. So you can see the crow applying curse to the enemies, and it just insta-kills the enemies. It's as simple as that. But the trade-off is now we can actually hurt ourselves with the grenade launcher. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to be looking for some pretty specific upgrades to survive here. And what better way to start off the run than with just a little bit of survivability, a little bit of extra health in the form of a soul shield. It's going to help mitigate the downside from our self-damage, from the errors of my ways, if you will. And that'll be good. That'll be good, just having some extra health. We get Power Shot. This is one of the trees that we need in order to make our life a little bit easier. We do need to get all the way to Reaper rounds for this to start coming into play, but the bullet damage is going to be extra nice to help our curse start scaling. We want our curse to be doing a lot of damage because it's only going to proc once, usually, mostly. And if something survives curse the first time, there's a good chance it doesn't really have that much health left anyway, so we just want it to do as much damage as possible, and the way to do that is by scaling our bullet damage. There's a couple ways to do that. There's also a couple ways to just straight up scale curse damage alone without scaling our bullet damage, but alas, I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. Divine Blessing could be interesting. I don't know if I want Stalwart Shield, but Divine Blessing on its own is pretty good. We could also get Dodge. Dodge chance is always good. It's not exactly what I wanted here. Let's just keep focusing on survivability. Take the Divine Blessing. It's just going to increase our DPS just by a little bit, which is nice. We don't really need it, but it will help in the coming minutes. Something you've always got to be prepared for is what comes next. You don't always want to focus on what's happening in front of us. We want to be diverse in our selection here. Now, definitely Splinter is a tough choice to make, but we definitely want one of these upgrades, right? It's going to give us access to Reaper rounds. Big Shot could actually be detrimental. The large bullets can be hurtful to us since we don't have any bullet speed and we don't have any movement speed to get away from them. But the damage is probably too much to ignore. Plus, Splinter itself is kind of hard to deal with, especially without any movement speed. We're just gonna go Big Shot. You can see our bullets getting much, much bigger. And if I let Curse do some damage, we're doing 250 damage in one hit, just with Curse. So that's pretty good as well. You love to see that. And that's sort of the name of the game here. Okay. Let's go Vitality. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad, per se. What I'm looking at here is Glare. Glare is pretty good. We don't have any on-hit effects right now. And honestly, the damage is kind of negligible when... Now, you know what? I think it's a Frost Mage moment. It's going to help us chain react if we can get to Shatter. It'll also just let us freeze bosses, which is huge. Just having the bosses sort of lose all their momentum. It's going to come in play with the second boss. Not the one we're about to see, but the second boss we see is a charging enemy. So if we can freeze the boss in place, that's going to make it very easy for us to deal with, or at least a little bit easier to manage. And I'm not being careful enough with who I am shooting right now. I need to be a little bit more careful. I just took a hit there. All right, the Magic Scythe, pretty much only for this upgrade right here. It gives us a 15% bonus to our curse damage if we can get our hands on it. This minute is a little rough without any movement speed. Just a little bit rough. Definitely have to be careful here, so we're not accidentally killing things with the scythe. I'll admit the timing there is a little bad on my part. Picking up the scythe right before this minute shows up. But it will be okay. I know how to keep my distance. Ooh, take aim. I was about to take Shadow Blade, but take aim is gonna get us so much closer to Pierce. And Pierce is going to help exponentially because we'll be able to shoot things that are right on top of us without just instantly blowing up. And that's a nice thing. That's a nice thing to have happen. Or rather, not have happen, because we won't be blowing up. There's things to consider. Things to consider. Soul Expand. I could do without it. Frostbite. You know what? I'll take it. It might be better than the ice shards. And it's gonna make it so things are actually dying for sure. Like, if it wasn't already kind of guaranteed with the grenade launcher, it definitely will be at this point. Just take a look at this boss. That's one mag, and then the things around it blew up, and it died. So, you know, I mean, it's a lot of damage. We have a lot of damage right now. That's just the truth. We're also still pretty susceptible to taking damage, so gotta be careful. Always gotta be careful. Oh, yes. Oh, wait. No, I have to go Dark Arts. It's too strong because there's just too many things we need in that tree. There, we get 75% curse damage anyway. Very nice. We are going to be dealing quite a bit of damage with the curse. It's going to be kind of hard to see during this wave, where everything is just kind of exploding on its own. But after this wave, when we actually get to see curse proccing, it's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Now, attack speed, I don't know if that affects our crow. It would certainly be nice for the crow. And you know what? I actually have no issues with the additional enemies, or the additional upgrades here. So we'll take it. We have at least the scythe. Attack speed does seem to affect the crow, so that is absolutely something we need. And because it doesn't do summon damage, it's not something we really care about. We'll have to consider taking more summons in the near future. That is the truth. It's easy to forget that Raven is a summoner at heart because it doesn't scale with summon damage at all. It's almost entirely bullet damage. But the reality is the Crow still does get that attack speed buff, so. Stalwart Shield, then. Or I could take Magic Spear. But I think Stalwart is just far, far better with the Grenade Launcher. Alternatively, we could also go Hell Spawns for the extra burn damage. That would, in essence... Oh, excuse me. That would, in essence, help guarantee the kill for Curse, because it will have burned away some of its HP. But I don't know if that's enough for us to really care about. So I think I'm just going to go Stalwart Shields. It's a safe play, and, you know, when I'm not trying to do the Abby challenge with the Grenade Launcher, I'm all about the safety, alright? Contrary to some of my previous videos. I do like to win. It's more fun winning this game than it is losing at this game. That much I can say for certain. Alright. Minute 15. We got this boss right here. And we're going to see a lot of value from Frost Mage. Oh, goodness. I have to pay attention to this boss. We have no movement speed, so this is kind of... Oh. Well, there you go. We just got a little bit of movement speed. That's going to help so much, actually. Just that 10%. Ay, ay, ay. And Stalwart Shield is also coming in handy here. It's already popped the shield, so gotta be careful. Ugh. This boss is very tricky, because not only do you have to worry about the actual charge, but then you also have to worry about the enemies it spits out at you at the end of its charge. Dodge. Just a little bit of dodge from agility there. Nothing crazy, but, you know, that's a hit saved, for sure. Might even consider doing this. Or Ghost Friend. Ghost Friend is not bad. Ghost Friend is pretty good, especially since we have the attack speed tree for the summons. That's really what Ghost Friend is made for. I'm not going to take Dragon Egg. It's going to take too long to hatch, and I don't want to waste the upgrades on scaling it. But just a Ghost Friend. I mean, Dodge is a very clear winner here, but there are a couple of Curse Tomes that we could get from this boss right now that would reduce our dodge chance entirely, so I don't know if it's entirely worth taking. You know what, let's give Ghost Friend some love. Make sure we're still running away from this boss. At the end of the day, this thing is scary. I am scared. Okay. I'd like to wrap this up sooner than later, because fighting this boss in this minute... Nay. No movement speed. Oh gosh. Okay. We're still healing. We're still kicking. Fuck. Now you're gonna begin to see exactly why I have so much survivability. Juke down. Oh my god. Please. Go away. There we go. Jeez. Whew. Not a boss to be messed with. Not a boss to be messed with. Soul powered. Very interesting. Not something I think I'd care about. We're gonna take Soul Expand. We're gonna get that extra shield right now, and it's gonna save us if we're able to survive for a long period of time without taking damage. But of course, there I go, taking instant damage. Tome of Power. Yes, so we're gonna lose some HP here. However, gonna gain Pierce, and we're gonna get a shit ton of damage. So hopefully that's enough to get me out of the situation I just put myself in for this tome. And it looks like it is going to be. These bullets are huge now, though. My God. Okay, I actually have to be more careful now than I was 2 seconds ago, which is interesting. But that's okay. We're past the point of exploding bushes in my face. We have a little bit more control over the situation, and oh my God, we're gonna pick up Reaper rounds right now. Oh, impeccable timing. So the 20% damage is nice. The +1 pierce is double nice, and piercing every enemy that kills should actually stop us from ever hitting ourselves. It's not entirely true. We actually aren't doing that much damage with the base projectile. It's only 80 damage, but that's still a lot of damage. We're a little bit more safe than we were 2 seconds prior to that. That's very good. These bullets are huge, though. So I would absolutely love the sniper tree. Would love the sniper tree at this point. Or we could get back some of our fire rate, which would not be horrible either. Or we could get some of our health back. Now that we lost some health, this might be smart. Especially since we have no shield. Well, we probably have a shield right now, but we don't have a soul heart. So, yeah, let's just do that. Be a little bit smart. Maybe not having fire rate is a blessing in disguise. It's probably more a good thing than it is a bad thing. It'll stop me from shooting more bullets than I need to. Oof. 168 damage per hit. Oh, yes. That's it. That's the one. So now cursed enemies are going to be taking more damage. Very, very, very nice. And we're just that much closer to gaining our scaling bullet damage from the last upgrade, which I definitely want. We're also very close to getting trapped here. Yeah, that's a lot of enemies. We're about to get a lot. One more piercing. Yes, dude. One more piercing. I might need haste, though. That's a tough call. No, this generally is just better for us. There are enough enemies on my screen that I can't afford to just pass up on our last opportunity for piercing for movement speed, because it's not like I'm gonna be able to run anywhere anyway. So let's just take this. It's a bit smarter, I think. I could be wrong though. There's definitely some merit to being able to, you know, navigate these crowds still. And I'm at the point where I need to be shooting constantly, or it's gonna be rough. Ay. Okay, I'm very glad I took Stalwart Shield, because, fuck, dude, it has come back so much more frequently. All right. Let's be real. We all know Blast Shield, easy take here, makes our life that much easier. However, I'm not a fan of Blast Shield. All right, I'm not a fan. I like Cluster Bomb and Napalm a lot. Now, Cluster Bomb is going to make it very hard for me to maneuver, and given that I don't have any move speed, I'm going to be forced to make a lot of decisions that I can't really choose where to go. And so removing some of my options by having delayed explosions from the cluster bombs is probably a bad idea. So we probably should take the napalm. It will also help with curse a lot. It's a burn that does 50% of our bullet damage. So I mean, that's, yeah, no, that's a lot of damage. Let's try napalm. I haven't done napalm in a while. It's pretty good. It is bordering on I can't get close enough to where I'm shooting. So we do still need some bullet speed upgrades now. But everything is kind of dying, right? There's no question about that. Doom. Let's keep bumping up our curse damage. We already have a lot. I want to have as much as possible. It'll help with the final boss. Yeah, so we're gonna have to backtrack here in order to not take damage. Oh, there's the extra curse damage. Assassin. Oh, no. Wait. So, okay. This is actually some of the hardest choices. I'm very inclined to take Shadowblade. I don't need that much curse damage. That's the truth. I really don't. Bullet speed is going to help quite a bit from taking damage for myself, but I could just avoid that. Now, what Assassin will do is synergize with Reaver rounds that will pierce enemies that die. And since they die at 20% HP, that's some synergy there. We also have Frost Mage that's taking 15% of their HP, so this might let my bullets pierce all the way through, and we're going to find out. Even if it doesn't, which it looks like it doesn't, it will sometimes. For enemies that have taken hits already, it will help quite a bit. But for every other enemy, it's not going to apply. It will help the burn, however. I think that's some interesting synergy that I hadn't really thought about. Ooh, Splinter. That surprisingly is good, I think. These are going to be massive splinters, but they're going to apply so much burn damage. Now the build has sort of come together full circle. The Assassinate and the Reaper rounds should synergize with Splinter very well here. So where crowds don't really scare me as much. Now, I am finding that these splinters are very difficult to actually see. Something about the model of the grenade launcher itself making this very difficult. But you can see, yeah, dude, the splinter grenades are doing quite a bit of damage. Quite a bit of damage. Because they also proc the Frost Mage, which is a lot. Okay. Minute 9. It's about time for us to pick up all his XP. That would get greatly sped up by this, but that's kind of a throw pick, especially on the temple. I think the only option here is really Anger Point or Double Shot. Double Shot could be interesting. Minus 10% damage. I mean, we have so many extra damage upgrades. Plus, Curse itself is already kind of on another level. I think we just do this. It's going to give us a lot more coverage. I don't know. Things are just going to be dying anyway. Let's pick up some more upgrades and see what happens here. Should I get haste now? That might be vital to our survival, actually. But Shatter is also a thing. I mean, we already have Splinter. I don't know if we also need Shatter. Let's just get the haste. And it'll help me right now for XP collection's sake. But it will also help, especially now that we're going to be seeing the cultists here. There's going to be so many balls on my screen. I absolutely need the capability to dodge. Or we're going to just get hit too many times. Now, more attack speed. Really getting the Raven online here, I think, is a smart play. Having it fly across the screen. Because, keep in mind, that curse damage is absolutely still going to be carrying us. It's still not one-shotting these things. The curse. But I think that's okay. Ghost Friend. This is an interesting upgrade. We would reclaim some of that attack speed that we lost for the Tome of Strength. Ghost Friend would get a little bit of a buff here, too. So, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's a little unorthodox, but it's nice. Yeah, you can already see the haste is very, very important here. Too many balls. Too many balls on my screen to not have haste at this point. I'm trying to pick the cultists out from the crowd so I can kill them fast enough to not have them shoot at me in the first place. It's very difficult. There's just a lot of things on my screen, you know. We're still doing okay. We're pretty stable right now. But it could fall apart very quickly if I'm not careful and I start taking damage. There was a boss there for about 2 seconds, and then it disappeared. So, you know, if there was any question about having a lot of damage, it's, unquestion yourself. We have a lot of damage. Now, inflicting curse also inflicts burn for 35% of curse damage. That is insane. That is actually insane, because we have so much curse damage at this point. Not to mention our napalm bomb. This is a deadly build. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this much damage in a while. Our DPS is going to be absolutely nuts for the minute 5 boss. And that's really where we need it, because that boss can get very scary if it lives for a while. Calling. I like the attack speed. Still for the Raven. Lets us apply curse on those enemies that are sort of on the fringe. I don't think we need the extra curse damage at this point. It's definitely not a requirement. It would be nice, but not required for sure. Oof. Yeah, this is nuts. I am still getting hit though if I'm running too fast. Okay, what wave is this? Wave 7? Or minute 7? Excuse me. There's not much happening on my screen right now. It's kind of spooky. Alright, at this point, yeah, Shatter. It's going to help us chain kills better towards the end of the game. It does pretty much nothing right now, but it will do stuff eventually. That it will. Make sure we're still picking up XP. It's a good idea, I think. I would like more upgrades still. Aha! Sniper. Okay, we recoup that bullet damage we lost from the split fire. We also get a little bit of bonus bullet speed. Very nice. Pretty simple upgrade, but it's going to do wonders for me not taking any more damage, because I don't think I can run into my own bullets now. Yeah, I can't. I can't do that unless the density is enough to where the pierce doesn't kick in. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't forget about a splinter either. I can always take damage from Splinter. That's the reality. But thankfully, we have so much damage that nothing is even able to get close to me. And Ethereal makes it so there's no downtime either. Very nice. And the napalm damage is doing so much work. Not to mention the Shadow Flame damage from our Raven upgrade we just got. Lots of DOT. Like a surprising amount of DOT. This would be an interesting build to have in Endless, because then we could get, you know, extra curse upgrades or something. I keep losing my Holy Shield like the moment I get it. It's kind of insane timing. Like, Stalwart Shield has probably saved me from death. Once, maybe twice even. So, Thunder spawns, dude. We're still looking for the bullet scaling with Curse, but at this point it doesn't really matter, so we might as well just go all in on the attack speed. That crow is going to fly. And it will apply the Curse. Although at this point, is anything really even dying to Curse? Or am I just killing it with the grenade launcher? I don't know. It's a weird hybrid build where we have summons, but we don't have summon damage. They're simply there to just exist and proc my on hits and do maybe a little bit of chip damage. Like Ghost Friend is kind of just chilling. I mean, with the culling and the thunder spawns, you know, that Ghost Friend always has a chance to do something. Okay, here we go. Here is the big bad. Gotta be careful here. I will gladly take some extra move speed here too, because that would be, this will just be that much easier. Some bonus move speed. All right, we've got 40 seconds left to take care of this boss before. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that was a close one, guys. I really thought we were gonna have to deal with this boss in the next wave. There you have it. I mean, it's as simple as that, man. Tome of Summoning. Not a bad take. Not a bad take. Tome of Glass. Instant death is what that is. Tome of Stillness. Extra bullet damage. Extra bullet size. Extra projectile. All very good things. Not being able to move while I'm shooting kind of sucks. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. We already, oh my god, okay. So just don't move is sort of the answer here. Let's use our time wisely here. Pick up all the XP. Crazy. As long as I don't move in the direction that I was just shooting, we'll be okay. But I might have to at some point. I do want to center myself. The wave sort of came in a little bit early there. Now would also be a pretty good time for rapid fire. Maybe even Scythe Mastery. Oh, shit. My thought here is we could get Siege in the last 4 minutes and it would be okay. But we have Ethereal, so I don't even know if that's worth. The bullet speed would be nice. I didn't realize there is actually a little bit of bullet speed here. But having Scythe doing some work, like, it would be a lot of work too, because we have pretty much all of the bullet damage possible. Not every last bit of it, but most of it. I mean, we're missing a bit of scaling bullet damage, but this will be good because in the moments that I'm not shooting and I'm trying to run, the Scythe will still be doing work. And with all of our attack speed bonuses, this is going to give the Scythe plenty of damage to the point where I can actually rely on it. In fact, let's take a look. Yeah, it's killing things. It's doing 170 damage. That's a lot. I do still need to shoot though. That is priority number 1. Wow. Look, the FX for the grenades are basically touching me. They are touching me. Let's be real. But nothing can even get close to me because of how big these explosions are. This is kind of nuts, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know if we can die as long as I play safe. As long as I play safe, we'll be alright. The cultists will always be able to force me to move if I'm not shooting them fast enough. But other than that, I can basically just stand here to be alright. Anything that doesn't die instantly from the explosions is going to cook. They're gonna cook, and they're gonna get popped from the various damages that I have that happen after I shoot them. It's a good build. I could really just let it speak for itself. That's the reality. Oh, look at all this XP, man. It's gonna be hard for me to collect all this. That'll be the hardest thing moving forward, is getting the XP, because I won't be able to move and shoot now. Oh no. A splinter hit me. Thank God for Stalwart Shield. Alright. This is probably my last opportunity for a while. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Now, I've tested this in like an offline run. Run and gun does not counteract the effects of Tome of Stillness. It's basically just a waste of an upgrade at this point. So we're just going to avoid that entirely. I am going to take Soul Powered because 30% damage for free, up to 50% damage. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain that. I should not have to explain that. Oh. Okay. The greed for this XP actually might get me killed, which is kind of insane. More curse damage. Or reload. Hey, you know what? I don't want to get caught in downtime. That'd be very bad. If I did. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Does Fanfire just screw me over? I don't even know. I'm gonna take it though. Alright. I'm moving back to the center. Enough XP. There's really no point in taking XP. We got a second crow. And the crows are gonna deal bullet damage. It's all I could ever ask for. I mean, those crows are gonna be popping off. In fact, I probably could finish grabbing all this XP at this point. Oh my goodness. Fusillade. That minus 25% bullet damage is rough. Yeah, you know what? I don't actually want that. We'll take Split Fire. It's +1 projectile, and I don't get the downsides of Fusillade, so... Yeah, at this point, losing that much bullet damage is just... It's just wrong. It's just wrong when I can do this. This is actually just objectively better. Oh, and Fanfire works totally fine. Totally fine. The bullet size on those is much reduced, so... Yeah, I'm untouchable. I don't even need the XP that's on the ground, man. I actually only have to shoot in 2 directions, too, which is crazy. These bubbles are huge, man. Oh, my God. Well, this has been a pretty fun run. I can't say it was that close. I mean, there was a point where I had to focus up where I was going to die. But, as you can see, Napalm, hard carrying. Just the size of these bullets. It does make it a little bit difficult for me to move around and do literally anything. But ultimately, the benefit of being able to hit every single enemy on my screen and deal... What is it? Looks like I'm dealing 284 damage, 410 damage. I can't even tell because there's so many different damage numbers. I don't know what's hitting me. Sure, I'll collect some XP at the end. Yeah, magnetism. Go, 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 go. This is extra points to spend on runes that I already have. Run and gun. Like, sure, dude. Try and stop me. We get another level? We could. We did. All right. Very nice, dude. Oh, that was a banger run. I ain't gonna lie. We could have gotten much more XP if I was more adamant about picking up the XP at the end there, but That's probably only like a level or two. Not that I care about the rune points here anyway. I've got pretty much 1,000,000 at this point. This is a great build. It's a great build and something that's very fun to try, because if you don't get the right setup in the beginning, the grenade launcher can easily kill you. I mean, we were lucky enough to get our evolution after we had already picked up a bunch of bullet speed and pierce. So it didn't really affect us that much. And then the bullet size just was a good thing. Something we still had to be wary of, but wasn't automatically hurting us. Now, if you don't pick up the right bullet speed upgrades, that much bullet size can actually just get you killed. I mean, there is a point where if you don't build properly, your bullets will be too big for you to escape from, and you'll just never be able to shoot again. So there are things to consider, but hey, this is the way you do it. This is the way you do it. Just stack damage, stack bullet speed, pick up curse, and I guess a little bit of summons. I mean, it only came into play at the very end here, but this crow upgrade that we were sort of prepping for the whole time with all of the summon attack speed, does a lot of damage. That does a lot of extra damage. I mean, it's like shooting bullets from your crows, and then they deal curse that does not just double your bullet damage, but triple your bullet damage if you have the curse damage bullet increased. Not to mention, you know, every other extra percentage from from the other curse upgrades. I mean, there's a lot to cover on that front, but you guys saw the run. You guys saw how banger that was. So, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Would play that. I would play it again, dude. That's a lot of fun. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a ton, and it also helps me to understand what you guys enjoy from me. So, also, if you want to click the link down in the description, I've got a Patreon that you can join for free. I've also got a Discord that you can join for free if you want to talk to me. All that being said, I hope you all have a spectacular rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.